Okay, this is the Goodman Games edition of X1, The Isle of Dread. Now, my first complaint about this is the spine is red, not blue. So this is what the cover looked like when I pulled it out of the Cook Expert set, and this is what the cover looked like on the module when you could buy it by yourself in Walden books back when this was relatively new. At some point there was a red cover, and so for some reason I made the spine red, but I've only ever seen it with a blue cover. So here's a color version of the map you give the players. Now let's go through this. Okay, so we got some new art here. A nice little dinosaur picture. And there's a foreword from Zeb Cook about how I designed classic adventure without meaning to. And one by the Terrain's Ankylosaur, That Was Me at My Best, by Paul Ricci. And Origins of X1's Known World campaign setting, because yeah, this module created a whole campaign setting. And the Isle of Dread from the back of a minivan by Michael Curtis. Every sixth grader's PC should have a chance to ride a battle tiger by Harley Stroh. And Goodman Games interviews David Zeb Cook. And X1, the Isle of Dread original publication. So that's what you get here. You get both versions here. So this is the version I know with the blue cover. Here's the art in it. Let's zoom in on the art some. So yeah, what all is here? So it starts off with some geography with some artwork here. A key to the continental map. And some about the Isle of Dread, which has dinosaurs on it. And there's a encounter table. And a key to encounter areas on the Isle of Dread. Yeah, there's a picture of some Rakashas riding their saber-toothed tiger and some Phanatons, which are kind of like a cross between monkeys and flying squirrels that are intelligent. And the spider people. There's a dinosaur eating someone. And the Central Plateau is a feature. Okay, so this is the village that is intended for the players to start at. That when you first land on the island, this is the most attractive village. So there's quite a bit of detail in this village. And there's a wall, just like in King Kong, but there's no giant ape on this island. I added the one from Isle of the Ape to this when I ran it. So here's the map with all the locations marked. It shows you where everything is. And in the center there you can see there's like a volcano. It goes up and forms a central plateau, which one of the rivers runs off of. There's other branches too. This is where the village is where you're intended to start. And there's other layers here. Here's some generic cave maps in case you need one. And here is the world. It's just a world, a game world was included with this, with the Isle of Dread on it here. So that you have some context. And this got developed in a whole world, and I've played in this world. I was really surprised to see somebody playing with it, but apparently the box sets continue with this world. And so people who started with the Metzinger box sets got a lot more of the world of Mystara. So here's the map of the pirate lair and the Rakasha camp and the Arania camp. Those are like spider people. And the Phantom platforms. And here's that central plateau. Now, most of the island has dinosaurs, but here has Ice Age creatures. And it's a mountain goes up, like a volcano with a big flat plateau. There's another ring of mountains here with a lake in the middle. And on the shore of that lake is this village. And in the middle of the lake is Taboo Island. And there's some new monsters, like the Kopru. Can't get there. Trying to get this to focus. The Phantom, the Rakasha. That's the camp, the actual Rakasha. And this letter that's supposed to show to the players that gives some background information, and this map. So here's a map of Taboo Island, and this little bit here is kind of hard to understand looking at the map. So they have this detail that shows you what that is you're seeing there. Here's another. See, part of it is underwater. And then there's a lower level, which has these little boiling mud things with copper in them. And there's something here. My players went to this a bunch of times before they bothered to go back there. There's the back of the thing. So, I guess this came out with the Metzinger expert set, this red one, which I never had. So you get a color map, and you get some. It has some different artwork than the other version. This little page here, nice little picture of sea serpents attacking, or sea hydra attacking the ship. But it's almost word per word the same as the previous version, just some different artwork. Now the map of the island, this map, that map. The map of the known world, here's the Isle of Dread. There's the sample cave maps and the two camps, and the Phantom settlement. The Central Plateau, the village,